Hello, and welcome back to our deep dive into love's last chapter. Today, we're dissecting episode 5, an episode that absolutely masterfully explores the delicate, yet incredibly powerful emotional landscape between Lin and Jane. This wasn't about big dramatic reveals. Instead, it was a quiet, intimate look at how far Jane will go to protect Lin, and how Lin is slowly learning to accept that kind of devotion. It's the kind of storytelling that gets under your skin in the best possible way. The episode opens with Lin putting on a brave face. You know, the look, the practiced smile, the I'm fine attitude. She's clearly drowning in some internal turmoil, but is determined not to burden anyone with it. She's trying to be the strong, independent woman she believes she has to be. But here's the thing about Jane: she sees right through it. She notices the exhaustion in Lin's eyes, the slight tremble in her voice, the forced cheerfulness that doesn't quite reach her soul. And what does Jane do? She doesn't confront her. She doesn't demand answers or push Lin to talk. Instead, she chooses gentleness. She gives Lin space but never, ever leaves her side. It's this beautiful duality, this idea of distance with devotion, that really sets the tone for the entire episode. Jane becomes Lin's silent guardian angel. We see her taking care of small errands Lin has forgotten, quietly handling problems before they can even reach her, and acting as a shield against anything that might overwhelm her fragile state. What's so powerful about Jane's actions is that she asks for nothing in return. She doesn't need a thank you. She doesn't need recognition. Her love is expressed purely through her unwavering, selfless presence. Every quiet act, every thoughtful gesture, is a promise. I'll take care of everything until you're ready. I'll hold the world at bay for you. It's a love language spoken through action, not words, and it's profoundly moving to watch. Meanwhile, Lin starts to notice. How could she not? She starts seeing these little things Jane is doing for her, how Jane seems to anticipate her needs before she even speaks them. It's like Jane has a direct line to her heart. And at first, Lin resists this. It scares her. Relying on someone, especially Jane, feels like admitting vulnerability, like becoming a burden. She's so used to handling everything on her own that letting someone else carry some of the weight feels unnatural, almost dangerous. So, she tries to push Jane away, but every time she does, Jane just comes back with more kindness, more patience, making it impossible for Lin to keep her walls up. Jane's gentleness is her superpower, and it slowly chips away at Lin's defenses. This leads us to the absolute key moment of the episode. In a quiet, dimly lit scene, the kind of scene this show does so beautifully, Lin finally breaks. Her carefully constructed facade crumbles, and she admits that she's not okay. She confesses her fears, the fear of failing, of being seen as weak, of opening her heart only to get hurt again. And Jane's reaction is perfect. She doesn't interrupt. She doesn't offer hollow platitudes or tell her to be strong. She just listens. And then, she reaches out and takes Lin's hand. That simple, silent gesture is packed with so much meaning. It's a promise, a vow that says, you don't have to go through this alone anymore. I'm here now. It was, without a doubt, one of the most intimate moments of the series so far. This scene is a massive turning point. From this moment on, we see a shift. Lin starts to tentatively accept Jane's care, and with that acceptance, their dynamic changes. They're no longer just two people circling each other, caught in a gravitational pull of unspoken feelings. Now, they are actively, deliberately, choosing each other. The emotional intimacy between them becomes the quiet, beating heart of the episode. They are building a foundation, not on grand romantic gestures, but on shared vulnerability and trust. Throughout the episode, the writers cleverly use contrast to highlight the uniqueness of Jane and Lin's connection. We see other people around them either gossiping, making assumptions, or being completely oblivious to Lin's struggle. They see the surface, the mask, but Jane is the only one who sees the real Lin, the one who is hurting and scared. This contrast isn't just for dramatic effect. It reinforces how genuine and rare their bond is. Jane isn't performing kindness for an audience. She is loving Lin in the most sincere way possible, by seeing her, truly seeing her, and loving her not despite her struggles, but through them. There's another powerful moment that follows Lin's confession. Jane tells her, almost in a whisper, that she will handle everything until Lin recovers. It's not a dramatic declaration, shouted from the rooftops. It's steady, quiet, and matter-of-fact. It's a vow. It's a promise of safety and security. And you can literally see the relief wash over Lin for the first time. She allows herself to take a full, deep breath, knowing that someone is willing to share the immense weight she's been carrying all by herself. It's the moment she starts to believe she might actually be able to heal. The episode closes on such a soft, hopeful note. Lin leans into Jane completely, not without fear, but just enough to show that she's starting to trust. Jane, with all the patience in the world, simply stays beside her, offering her a safe harbor. Their relationship isn't exploding into a fiery romance. It's growing like a resilient flower, cultivated through small, beautiful moments of understanding and quiet support. In the end, episode 5 of Love's Last Chapter gave us the heart of this lesbian love story, too. It's a story driven not by external drama, but by internal healing, tenderness, and the incredible courage it takes to let someone see the most vulnerable parts of you. Jane's quiet, fierce devotion and Lin's slow, cautious acceptance create a narrative that is both gentle and immensely powerful. It's a story about how love can be a sanctuary. The episode leaves us all holding our breaths, eagerly waiting for that moment when Lin finally stops fighting it and completely embraces the incredible love that has been standing right beside her all along. What a beautiful, heartfelt episode. What were your favorite moments? Let me know in the comments below. I'd love to hear your thoughts on Jane's approach and Lin's journey. Thank you so much for watching, and if you enjoyed this breakdown, make sure to like and subscribe for more content on Love's Last Chapter. We'll see you next time.